I challenged myself to make a game in 5 days from the weirdest idea a neural network suggested. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Edward Loma and this is my first video on YouTube. I think we won't spend much time on introductions and we'll get to know each other through my videos. In short, I create and develop games, which is what my channel will be about. Today we'll touch on the topic of artificial intelligence. Many people are scared of artificial intelligence. After all, it's getting smarter and more advanced every day and will soon take all our jobs. No. But while I'm still employed, I've come up with an awesome challenge. ChatGPT will give me a crazy game idea and I'll have only 5 days to create it. Here's what ChatGPT suggested. Game title: Toaster vs Bathtub, The Last Crumb. Our character is a toaster with legs, wire arms and antennae with the superpower to toast any object. You play as an animated toaster that accidentally ended up in a bathroom. Mission: retrieve your last crumb that accidentally fell into the tub before it fills with water and you get electrocuted. Enemies: toothbrushes that move chaotically and try to slow you down with their bristles. A rubber duck that accidentally tries to drown you with its powerful water splashes. A razor blade on tiny legs that chases you and tries to cut your wires. Location: a bathroom with oversized objects. Mission: you must find a way to retrieve your crumb floating in the water. Sounds awful, but I'm in. But before we start, please subscribe to my channel, like and leave a comment under this video. It motivates me to create new videos. Let's not delay and get straight to it. First I started planning, noted the main mechanics and began searching for references. The main feature of our character is the ability to zap with electricity, and that's what we'll focus on. I found a rough image of our hero, which was the easiest part. I also picked out environment references to design the bathroom. Next, I started creating the 3D model of our toaster. Since my time is very limited, I can forget about retopology and quality UV mapping. I'll be making all models in Blender. And here I encountered my first problem. Due to automatic UV mapping, the texture on the toaster looked terrible, so I had to go back to Blender and do everything manually. Then I started texturing. The main task is to make the character simply appealing. For this I use Substance Painter. By the way, before texturing I painted the model's vertices in different colors to separate materials, and this significantly sped up work with painting and masks. Now everything looks much better, though not perfect, and here I realized I made a mistake in haste. The leg's UV overlaps the body's UV, but since there's no time to fix it, I decided the wear on the legs is a design feature. And if I have time left, I'll refine the decals for the eyes and body. For now, let's move on. Before we start, I have a confession to make. I'm not very good with animation. In the context of this challenge, I could have used Mixamo for automatic rigging and loaded a bunch of animations. But since our character is a bit unconventional, I had to do everything manually again. In the end, I got 5 animations. Idle, run, jump, fall and land. That's enough, now we can start creating the game itself. I'll be doing all the work in Unreal Engine 5, and since I have very little time, I'll write all the logic in blueprints. Sure, a game written in C++ runs much faster, but then I wouldn't have enough time in 5 days. I created a new project, added a character class, and set up the basic animation logic. Done. Now the toaster can walk, run and jump. And since I started this challenge late, it's already night outside, and it's time to end the first day. I began the second day by creating obstacles. There will be 4 in the game: a toothbrush, a shoe brush, a straight razor, and of course a rubber duck. Next, I started texturing. I added wear and scratches to all models to create a worn effect. After that, I moved to Unreal Engine to bring our obstacles to life. And with a simple timeline and linear interpolation, I made them move side to side. I decided to animate the brushes and razor later when the level prototype is ready. Meanwhile, I focused on creating the main mechanics and taught our toast to shoot electricity. Before that, I created a Niagara system and used basic rigging to get the start and end points for the particle system. Point A, by the way, is the toaster's eyes, from which it shoots electricity like a real superhero. Initially, I planned for our toaster to destroy all obstacles with electricity. But then I realized it would be silly in the game context, as the player could destroy all obstacles and easily pass the level. So I decided to add story puzzles that activate with electricity. Next, I created a zone where our toaster flies up when entered. In the future, this will be either a hairdryer or some springs. Done! That's the end of the second day. On the third day, I started one of my favorite activities, level prototyping. Since this is quite a time-consuming process, my vision got a bit blurred. And to not sit idle, I decided to combine the pleasant with the useful. I'll create the duck for now. And then I encountered a second problem. No matter how much I textured the duck, it looked very cute and not at all like an enemy. And then I came up with something interesting. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Lil Duck. Then I rigged our duck and made a simple animation so it wouldn't look boring in motion and went back to level design. When the bathroom prototype was ready, I started creating props. And so, little by little, I replaced the standard Unreal cubes with interior elements. And since this is one of the most challenging tasks, I spent the whole day on it. On the fourth day, I continued working on level design. I started by creating a mop, which the player must climb up according to the story. It consists of two parts, the head and the handle. I separated them to make a falling animation that can be activated with an electric charge. Then I made a laundry basket where the first breadcrumb will be. Honestly, I can't do without adding wear and small flaws. I think they make the scene more realistic and add a story to each prop. Next, I made a hairdryer, which will be located between the washing machine and the sink cabinet. With its help, the player can reach the upper levels. Then I worked on small props, household chemicals, a socket for the washing machine, a toothbrush holder, and a soap dish. These items won't play a key role in the game, but will help create atmosphere and immersion. Then I realized that the household chemicals on the washing machine look dull, so I made a box for storing them. It's a fairly large prop that the player will often see, so I decided to pay attention to detailed texturing. I like the result, although the corners could be less sharp, but there's no time for adjustments. Next, I worked on creating the toilet. Since our bathroom is modern, I made it wall-mounted. And of course, I didn't forget the flush button for realism. And of course, the bathtub itself. It was quite easy to make, and I think there's no point in modeling the drain because it will be hidden under the water. But I detailed the faucet and shower head. I also added a small shelf for shampoos. That's the end of the fourth day. The fifth day turned out to be the hardest, as I need to finish everything else. I started with developing the logic for filling the bathtub with water. You won't believe it, I reviewed a ton of plugins that simulate water behavior. My goal isn't to make a AAA game, but a simple platformer in 5 days, so I chose the simplest method. I took a regular plane, added some curves to make it look like a puddle, applied a water material, and just animated it through the timeline. Done. Using the same principle, I created the logic for raising the water level, then adjusted the balance so the water doesn't rise too fast or too slow. Next, I continued working on the environment. I made this towel rack, which will serve as a transition to the final location. I've always been crazy about narrative design, so I added a few small elements. They don't affect the game's plot, but they do a great job of showing the story. For example, what do we usually leave on the washing machine when washing outdoor clothes? Right, keys, headphones, phone, etc. So I made an iPhone AirPods as a design element. Their design is very simple and it took about 10-15 minutes. Then I started creating the very breadcrumb that our toaster will collect. Initially, I had little idea how to implement it, so I took the simple route. Done. But after applying the texture, I realized the crumb looked more like popcorn. Oh well. Time to move on to our obstacles, as this is one of the key mechanics in the game that will hinder the player from completing the level. To diversify them, I created another brush. There's no point in talking about the game logic here, it's extremely simple. After that, I made the shoe brushes dance on the washing machine. Now we need to teach our toaster to die from water contact. I created an electric shock animation in Blender, and if it seems strange to you, you're not alone. But one animation and sound aren't enough, so I added a particle system that triggers upon water contact. You'll see the result later. Next, I needed to come up with an object that would toss the toaster to a higher level and fit the bathroom context. A sponge! I thought it would be simple, then decided to animate it. So I rigged the sponge and created the deformation animation for when the player interacts with it. Continuing the work, I spent a long time thinking about the obstacle system in the bathtub itself. I quickly made shampoo bottles, hair conditioners, and shower gel. Added water droplets on them to make them look harmonious in a wet environment. Time was running out, so I hurriedly finished the other mechanics and found the necessary sounds on FreeSound. Throughout all 5 days, I thought a lot about how to show you the game. Just record the screen or record the screen with commentary. But the thing is, I know all the details and nuances of the game and it no longer evokes any emotions in me. So I found the best way. I'll invite a friend who has never seen this game and he'll try to play it. Actually, the game turned out to be quite difficult. A couple of times I even lowered the difficulty. The ducks moved too fast and it was completely impossible to pass. In principle, I found the golden mean, but the game is still quite challenging. And before I show you the result, I ask you to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and leave a comment. Well, shall we test it?
It really picks up those, what are they called? Ducks? Okay, let's go. Start. I'll go on the mop, right? Need to drop the mop, need to jump. Ah, laser, 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 laser. Bro, I did it easily. Ran upstairs, running like a Blade Runner. Got it? Have you seen Blade Runner? Stop. He just brushed me. Do I start over? I realized I was going the wrong way. I should have gone this way. I don't want to go down. I don't want to die. Oh, but I have to jump. Great. And a second time, yeah, you get it. You can just take it. Wow, bro. Can I call someone? Okay, what to do next? Okay, what's this waltz? Now, so what's this? He should lift me up in the air. I need to jump. And happiness was so close. Why, if I want to shoot the paste, doesn't the foam come out? Man, that's not fair. Bro, look, it's easy. Easy. I feel like a pro already, you know? Honestly, the crumb looks like caramel popcorn. Listen, how did you pass it with these settings? Quickly? Never finished the game? And you gave it to me? To someone who never sits at the computer? Got it. Alright, seriously, I'm selling this game. For real? Right here, right here. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Now, it's coming. Nice. I'm good, bro. I'm good. Now onto this thing, for sure. Was that a sponge? Ah! I get it, 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 I get it. Bro, what do you mean? It's time to destroy this lamp. The sound changed, right? The fan got stronger. Alright, got contact. So we jump up, right? Where are you shooting? Oh, okay. Okay, what's here? You gotta sprint and hit it. That's all. That's all, right? Oh, come on, bro. I really can. Look, in one breath, bro. In one breath to the shelf, right? That's what I'm doing, bro. That's what I'm doing. So, it's really tough here, bro. wait. What? Great. Yes. Bro, I'm genuinely happy, you know? Listen, I really enjoy this game. Honestly, I'm really having fun. I'm just sitting here playing it. I'm generally not a fan of games, but whoa. So, she's definitely going to hit me now, right? Definitely going to hit me, so I shouldn't rush. I get it. Do you guys believe in me? Tell me. Then I'll beat it now. Great. Well, this is gonna take a while again. I'm serious. No. I really wanna go, honestly. The longer I play, the more emotions I have. This game brings them out. Stop. You're my hero. I'm just getting into it. This game is so amusing to me. Bro, the game itself is helping me. It says, don't rush. Don't rush, it says. Got it? Did you get it? Even the duck didn't get me. Bro. God help me. Please let everything work out for me in the best way. I won't celebrate too early. Guys, look. See, I swear, I don't know if you can see it, but you got it. I didn't expect it to be this hard at first glance. First of all, it's a cool game. If I were to describe it, it's a very beautiful, detailed game. And I'm very glad that...
Thank you for watching this video to the end. I hope you enjoyed this video format. Be sure to write in the comments what you'd like to see in the next